Hey, what's going on, guys? As you've seen by the video title, I have been drinking for the last 21 days straight. But before I get into that, I first wanted to thank all the new subscribers. We're a bit over 200 now, and I am beyond blessed and thankful for that. I did not expect my channel to get so many views when I made it originally. So I do wanted to apologize for being MIA the last 3 weeks or so. Just been going through some stuff, and I'm going to talk about that in today's video. So yeah, I mean, there's many things I can tell you for why I drank every day, but ultimately they're just excuses, and excuses aren't solutions. So I'm not even gonna bother really fighting that fight. All I can do is move forward from today, tomorrow, and onwards. And I'll just give you a little bit of a backstory of how it started. So about 3 weeks ago, I went to a Canada Day party in Canada here. So before that, I was maybe 10 days sober or so I just but I convinced myself that I could have a few drinks at this party. So I brought a select few beers that I said I was going to finish that and I should be good. But as expected, or not expected, I guess, but at the party there was Jello shots. They were offering like sangria, all this other stuff. So needless to say, I ended up drinking way more than I wanted to, and I stayed there very late. I continued drinking, got home late, and then basically the next day I was extremely hungover. Surprise, surprise. What are you doing up there? Yeah, so I was extremely hungover the next day on a Sunday. And the addiction inside of me was like, let's have a few other beers and we might feel better. You know that when you're hungover, more alcohol makes you feel better, unfortunately. So that's what I did. I said to myself at the time, I'm only gonna have those few that day and then continue again. But that didn't happen. Every day I found a reason to, let's have a few more beers. And essentially, you kind of let go, your brain stops tracking, it stops counting, and you just have a few beers every day until 3 weeks have gone by in this case. Of course, this can turn into months and years, and the problem can persist. So the mentality I've kind of started adopting is to not be so shameful for my actions at all times. I pretty much beat myself up every day for doing this, and I think just doing that kind of perpetuated my drinking, because I was negative, I was shameful, I wasn't proud in my actions, and when you're feeling low like that, you just want to escape. So that's what I did. I escaped every day, and it's not good, but I want to start speaking better to myself, more positively, so that I can slowly raise that frequency inside of myself and make myself feel better. Instead of beating up myself all the time, I want to start treating myself like my own friend. When your friend messes up, you don't just smack talk them and tell them all these negative things. You try and uplift them, you try and give them advice, you listen to them, you offer solutions. And I find that oftentimes we don't do that to ourselves. We are automatically quick to start saying how bad we are and how wrong we are and everything like that. So all that being said, I just got back from the grocery store. I bought a bunch of vegetables. I have a steak marinating in the freezer or in the fridge. I got some non-alcoholic beers that I'm gonna have today just to kind of scratch that itch. But I'm looking forward to getting back to this. I know it was a long time coming, but relapses in the past have lasted longer, so I'm proud of myself for catching it earlier than in the past and still being motivated to continue with sobriety. And I wanted to document this journey of becoming sober because in the process of becoming sober, you're gonna have these dark days, these relapses, these yo-yoing between consuming and not consuming. And that is just part of the game of becoming sober. If everyone just decided to become sober and stayed sober forever overnight, there wouldn't be so many of us struggling. And I wanted to update you all on kind of the reality of things and how that goes. So yeah, I don't know what else I can say. I still wanted to express my gratitude for everyone commenting. Some of your stories have been so enlightening. I've been reading and responding to all of them, even in my darkest moments. Every time I read one of these beautiful comments, it always had me self-reflect and realize I'm not alone on the journey, and neither are you. So yeah, that being said, I am planning on posting more often and continuing this sobriety. Today is day one again. I have some healthy food and some NA beers on deck, and I am gonna be kind to myself today, take the day slow and restfully, and I'm excited to get to bed tonight sober and have a good sleep once and for all. So thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next one.